Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. Offenses in this league so creative, Clark. A lot of them very hard to stop. And tonight, we get to see two of these great offenses in this one.
What a treat. The fast pace that these teams play with really wear you down defensively. And the way offenses can space the floor and spread you out, boy, it's fun to watch, but it's certainly hard to defend.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's House in at the small forward. And for the Pelicans, Wall and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Jahlil Okafor is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Hart in at the three. Now here's Okafor. Good work defensively by Capella. Here is House. He's covered by Ball. House, the pass to Harden. Over Holiday. Harden, no good. Holiday looking for an opening. To pass the ball. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
You got to be composed when you go inside, knowing that you're going to have some contact and resistance facing you. Ball unafraid to get it deep inside.
Now, here is Harden. Here's Capella, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And with Clint Capella, it's easy to see what an important piece of this team he is.
Yeah, it really is, guys, because when he's off the floor, there's a clear difference in how his team plays. I mean, he fits in so well and gives the Rockets exactly what they need, finishing at the rim out of pick and rolls, and then a terrific rim protector as well.
That's good from Capella.
You know, he was born in Switzerland, guys. Clint Capella's had quite the journey to NBA stardom. I mean, started his pro career in France, and he was a late first-round pick in 2014.
Holiday, the pass to Okafor. And Capella sends it back, and he gets it back. Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
Here's Okafor, and Capella sends it back.
This is the real strength of Capella's game. Outstanding at using his length and athleticism to block shots.
Ball with it. Westbrook picks him up. It's stolen by Capella. Inside. Here's Tucker. Okafor grabs the miss.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
2 points. That one goes.
You know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
outside Westbrook. Pelicans with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Holiday against Harden. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, you know, guys, with the style of offense the Rockets play, they hear some criticism. They look for fouls, they want to draw fouls, and they shoot a ton of threes. No matter what the game situation is, they're jacking up threes. It does polarize some fans and purists who follow the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And with the Rockets, they've heard plenty about how they look for fouls.
And that's a big part of how they attack. I mean, they want to draw fouls, want to get to that foul line. They make no bones about it. But because of the pace of play being as slow as it was for them, they were third in that category. They also were third in free throws made.
And he's good on the second.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
It's Harden with the drive, and it's Ingram with the rebound. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Passes it the ball. And the rejection by Harden. And here comes House, leading the fast break. Here's Westbrook. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And that one is good. Holiday's got 5 now.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Harden scanning the floor. Hits the three-point bomb.
And, you know, Harden is super reliable from outside the arc. He's got that sweet lefty stroke, and it's a thing of beauty to watch.
Now, here's ball. Ingram outside. Yep, that one goes in there.
He does not lack for confidence. And he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
And here's Westbrook. 26 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around it, just his effort level was off the charts.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Pass to McLemore. 1:36 left to play in the first quarter. And the rejection by Favors. Williams passes to Melly. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Rockets trail. Here's Rivers. No good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Pass to Favors. Plenty of space. Off the left rim and out.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Gordon. He can't get that one to fall. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Yeah, and when you think about it, Greg, there was some really sloppy basketball being played by them, and they recognized that had they played a cleaner game, they could have gotten the win.
Pelicans leading by 4. Redick with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Chandler with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. Gordon's running. Will it go? And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on J.J. Redick.
When you're guarding Gordon, you've got to be careful. He excels at drawing fouls and playing through contact.
The Rockets shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
A free throw good from Eric Gordon.
Really appreciate the all-around game of Gordon. He's an underrated defender, but a dynamic scorer.
All free throws good from Eric Gordon. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first. And a deep 3 from Redick. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Pelicans on top. They lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. Rockets elevated by James Harden to one of the league's powerhouse franchises, and he talks about seizing the moment.
This time isn't going to last long. You know, we have a window extremely fast. I cherish these moments. You know, I embrace them.
Never a guarantee that the window will remain open.
And superstar players, let's face it, they're best remembered for their championships. It's all about the rings if you're James Harden.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
They've got favorites. Williams is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Alexander Walker. In at the point, that's the Pelicans 5. Kicks to Redick. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls up. Here's Favors. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Tyson Chandler.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Ejuan Moore is checked in for the Pelicans.
What's up?
That one misses for Favors. A lot of guys like to shoot off the dribble, but Clark, there are some that really are better at it, shooting off that catch in the NBA.
Yeah, and who do you have in mind, Kevin? I got a couple of names that I'm thinking about. What about you?
Well, I'm thinking Klay Thompson, because that backcourt is so prolific, and he's been so great at that. That's kind of been his trademark.
Yeah, it has been. Redick would be another guy.
Yes, another.
I think that would come to mind. And even though he's later in his career now, but Kyle Korver, one of the very best we've had in the league at shooting off the catch.
Moore outside from past the arc. Sinks the triple. Moore's got his first 3 points of the game.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And not just a long-range gunner, but E'Twaun Moore also blessed Greg, one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane, and makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Ball comes in for J.J. Redick. Ball, the pass to Favors. Dishes to Ingram. Shoots over Tucker. And it's Ingram missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
They grab their own miss. Tucker can't get it to go.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Favors can't get it to go. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Rockets. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Moore with it, and guarded by Capella, and Moore kicks the ball. Here's the pass to Favors. That one falls. Favors has got his second bucket.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Pass to Harden. Outside Gordon. Lets the three fly, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
Quick release from Gordon. Like seeing him shoot it as soon as he gets it.
Pass to Moore. To the middle. And that one's good. Ingram. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Westbrook. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
No good on that one. Daniel House is checked in for Houston. Second free throw, no good. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Here's Jackson. Rebounded by Tucker. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And here's Harden for 3. That one, no good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Here's Hart. And the layup's good off the glass. And now it's a 3-point New Orleans lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
It's tipped.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. I mean, his long reach really allows him to come up with a good number of blocks.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Kenrich Williams, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And the free throw, no good. Clark, the rookies are still trying to get their firm footing as the new season begins and a new arena for them opens up. Talk about your journey over the course of your rookie year.
Yeah, I remember it was really exciting to have fulfilled the dream of being an NBA player. I struggled early in the season, particularly against some of the veteran guys I ran up against, but found my rhythm and really played extremely well for the second segment of the season. But there was a period, Kevin, when I ran into a wall and just had nothing in terms of sharpness or legs. And then all of a sudden, after about a week and a half of that, it just went away. And I hit my stride and finished strong.
It's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Russell Westbrook, #1. And, of course, Drew Holiday.
And really two terrific distributors. I mean, the first thing you look for in a teammate is the ability to get you the ball, and they both have that down to a T.
Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop. Now just a 1-point Pelican lead.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Here's Holiday, and Capella sends it back, and they're able to recover. 46 seconds left to play here in the half. Harden outside. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
He's been ice cold tonight. You know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
That's his second personal foul.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
Pelicans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
And he makes the first. Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Capella. Cephalosha comes in for P.J. Tucker. McLemore's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. He hits both from the stripe.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Chandler.
20 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here is House. An 11-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
And you know what? In that last game, he was also all over the place on defense, mucking up the passing lanes and getting all kinds of steals, too.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
For New Orleans, they have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls.
You know, guys, Josh Hart is somebody that's going to give you everything he's got. His combination of outside shooting and defense is really quite valuable to any team.
Good on both. Just 4 seconds left in the first half. Here's Rivers, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. New Orleans on top as they wrap up the second quarter on a 12-4 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They gathered some serious momentum in the second quarter. And that does it for our halftime show. We now...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's House in at the 3 slot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
The Rockets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. Clark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
Pass to Okafor. Now here is Holiday. Capella covering. The shot by Holiday, no good. Rockets trail by 6. Harden up top, guarded by Holiday. Harden outside. Kept alive by Houston.
Well, Capella's tenacity is so impressive. I mean, he's got an unlimited abundance of energy when it comes to offensive rebounding.
Now, here's Ball. Outside Holiday. The pass to Hart. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And it's Okafor missing.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Passes it to House. Back to Westbrook from downtown. Rebounded by Hart.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Now the feed to Ingram. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Ingram's got 6 points.
You know, guys, not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can get it done inside, too. I mean, the way he releases the shot, that extension he gets on it makes it very hard to block.
But they'll get another chance. And the dunk by Capella.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
So both teams making some changes here.
And checking out the numbers for Lonzo Ball, how he performed last season. Last season put up about 10 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
run it. Good. Ball's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pelicans.
You know, no matter what you throw at him, this kid is unflappable. He's muscling through defensive contact and still scoring. That's impressive.
And here's Harden for 3. That one doesn't go. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
Ingram dishes the ball. Westbrook with the block. And it's the Rockets on the break. Harden's got the ball. Gordon against Moore. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Derek Favors. Well, Eric Gordon is the kind of player that you absolutely do not go under on the screen. He'll pull up from deep.
Yeah, he's got great range, and you watch the former Hoosier shoot, and you see how much he uses his legs. Gordon's liable to take a shot from any distance in the gym. I mean, he's got that kind of range, and his form is very efficient, and his confidence is sky high.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. When he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
Houston making a switch here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Cephalosha comes in for P.J. Tucker. And McLemore, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Rivers against Jackson. Outside, Redick. Over Gordon. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got his first basket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And the shot goes in.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's McLemore. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for New Orleans.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good for McLemore.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Daniel House has checked in for the Rockets. And McLemore drops them both. 59 seconds left in the third. Jackson passes to Favors. Now Redick. Back to Favors. On the wing, Williams. Fires for 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Rockets trail by 11. 29 seconds left to play in the third. Gordon against Redick unloads from 13. Misses off the left iron. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for New Orleans. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Chandler with the block.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Pelicans lead by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Pelicans leading by 9. Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Then there's Jahlil Okafor, and it's Melli in at the 4 slot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And Redick kicks to Hart. Clock at 6. Holiday with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds in this game.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Melli passes to Holiday. Down low. And it's Melli missing. Rockets trail by 7. For 3, Gordon gets the three-pointer to fall.
Tell you what, Kevin, so good to see Gordon with that pull-up jump shot. Man, is that sweet.
And Holiday kicks to Redick. Here's Okafor. And Capella sends it back. Left side, Gordon. And he gets the bucket.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. When he's getting to a spot, shooting the ball with confidence, excellent turnaround for him.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
And Ingram, he's checked in for New Orleans. Lonzo Ball comes in for J.J. Redick. The Rockets also changing it up. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Gordon. And James Harden subbed in for McLemore. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry said to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Pass to Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And Harden is fearless. Awesome at gutting the defense and making them send him to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the stripe.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, no matter how you feel about James Harden, you've got to respect his love for the game. I mean, he absolutely lives and breathes basketball, and that passion has driven him to become the player he is today.
Harden hits them both. And Clark, last year Harden was quoted in saying most players don't really love basketball.
Well, I don't know about most. That seems a bit extreme. Maybe he feels that they don't love it as much as he does, which certainly you could understand. But I can say that very few players have the drive and determination to improve their game the way Harden has. That's part of why he's been an MVP.
Pelicans. Drew Holiday. 2 shots.
Relax on the first.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Here's Westbrook. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
It up off the glass.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Here's Holiday. Takes the 12-footer and hits. And the Pelicans lead by 3. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter. Kicks it out to Harden. It's over Ingram, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid. Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Yep, it counts.
And Ball is one of those guys, Kevin. He wants to rock in his hands in these key situations because his teammates expect him to deliver, and he knows that he can.
Tucker finds Harden. Stolen by Ball. And now the Pelicans on the break. It's good.
Good vision that time by Ball. You leave somebody open around him, and he's going to get the ball to him.
Rockets trail by 7. Now Harden. Out left to the wing. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Pelicans with the rebound. Hart's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Okafor trying to get open. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
How about Josh Hart making beautiful music all day long? They have no answer for him.
Holiday against Harden. To halt the run. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
It's Ingram on the wing. Traps in the tray. And now it's a 12-point Pelican lead.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're behind by 12. 1:21 left in the 4th quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Brandon Ingram.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. Harden against Holiday. Now, here is Harden. He's covered closely. Excellent D there from Holiday. Pelicans leading by 12.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Pelicans.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
Hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out, Greg, but one thing's certain. They're going to go at each other. This has become a very intense matchup.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Brandon Ingram.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in, Kevin. He was so involved in so many plays tonight. A force on both ends.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Outside Holiday. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalil, here at home with a competitive matchup. What got you guys over the top tonight?
To stand together as a team, playing as hard as we could. The fans were great, and we wanted to play good for them.
And you surely did, Jalil. Thanks a lot for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
He just want to win. What's a smile when you